everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing good. So today I'm going to show you watchers in view. So what all are watchers and how to use them I'll be showing you in this video. So let's get started with today's video. So firstly, what are watchers? So watchers you can consider as observers. So let's say that will be continually observing you. If anything changes, then it will run that function. So here, like theoretically, you can see that it watches a data property with the same name, and it will run every time the data property value changes. So you can see this like a bodyguard who will be like continuously watching you. So now firstly let me show you how you can use watchers, and we will be seeing different examples or use case of watchers. So here you can see I have just started my server, and just heading I have added watchers in view. So now let's go and see how to use watchers first. So now let's create one input field. So first create div with class form group, then write label, let's say input, and then write import with let's say type text, then class form control. So now let's write watch, and this will be our object. So inside this watch object we need name of our field, vmodel and name. So here name, let's say give name to your input field, let's say text field. So in watch also pass same text field, and it will be a function type which will take new value. So here now let's console this value. Basically it should match with data variable. So I forgot to create data variable. Now let's go and create data variable also. So write in data text field as blank, and to map this vmodel we need and pass in input vmodel text field. So basically your watch function should match with data field whichever you are taking. So now let's check in browser and refresh. Let's enter in some input, and in console you can see it says watch executed and it's taking current value whichever you have in input field. If I'll enter anything new, then it will take that value. So next is how you can get old value. So watch provide the second parameter, that is old value, that you can get and use inside function. So now let me show you how we can get old value. So now let's create another input field with the number. So now let's change type also to number, and text field also we need to change to number field, and this one also change in name, and also here in watch I'm going to change number field, and also add it in data. So now in argument let's get old value also, and now let's console that. So now let's check in browser. If I'll write anything in number, you can see old value first time it's blank, then second time it's 2. If I'm writing 23, then old value is 2. So like that you can get old value. So now let's get the difference. So let's say number field is having by default 90 value, and let's get another variable here, difference field. So now let's display this difference field, and in watch write this dot different field equals to old value minus new value. So let's quickly check in browser. So you can see 90 is there, and if I'm writing 20, so it says minus 18. You can see how it's executed. 9, then 90, like old value, then it became 0 because I have removed everything, then 2, 20. So like this you can check how it's executing. So now let's say on change of a particular field, you need to load something. So then you can display loader using watch also, and you can call API inside watch to get the call back. Till then you can display like loading now. So that also you can achieve using watch. So let's just see how we can do this. So for this loading example, let's take text field only, and in watch let's again add this, get the value of this also, and in data let's add loading as blank, and now let's display this loading also. So write div, And inside div, let's display loading. So we are going to add value in this loading. So now let's say text field, if in starting we are going to add this dot loading, that's a loading. So you can take this as an example, like your API is hitting, so till then you can display loading. So let's say after some time your response came, then you can display the list or whatever you have. So I'm just going to have a delay here because I'm not going to show you API. So I'm just going to add some delay here. So for that we are going to use set timeout, and set timeout, let's say 3 milliseconds or 3 seconds. So then inside this loading we are going to just say loaded. Let's say your API hit, got response, and it's just loaded. You can take this as like reference. So now let's check, and if I'll write anything in input, you can see it's first saying loading, and after some time it's changing to loaded. So that's how you can use vouchers. So directly here, if let's say only one variable you need to like watch, then you can directly do it. So now let's say if you have any object to watch or array, then you need one option here, that is deep here, that will be set to true if you want object to observe. So that I'll be showing you now. So I have removed previous code, and now let's start by fresh. So here firstly let's create a data variable. Let's say product list, and that will be one array, and inside that object will be there. So let's say ID and name. So ID will be one, and let's say name product one, and then second item, let's say item ID 2, and name, let's say product 2. So now let's display this product list. So in dev, write v4 directive, and inside that pass product in product list. So now let's create one div with class form group, and inside that we will be creating our input field. So here let's say we'll be passing product name in our input field. So write first placeholder, let's say product, then type it will be text. Then you can give a name to it. Then v model, that will be product dot name. And last, let's give class, that is form control. So now let's go and watch this product list. So inside watch, write product list. And inside this, let's console, let's say watch executed. And now let's get the value and old value also. And now let's console these two also. So now we have console both the value. Now let's go and check in browser. So now let's change any product name. So you can see in console nothing is printed. As of now, it's just checking like product list. It's not checking inside that like ID or name. It's not checking those value if it's changing or not. So for that we need deep value. So to apply deep, its syntax will be changed a little bit. So now let's go and do that with deep option. Now let's comment this product list, and we will be creating another one. So write product list, and inside this we will be passing one handler, because for with the deep we need handler here. So handler will be having same old value, new value. So handler you can take as a keyword property that can like take function expressions. So inside this function you can write your logic, whichever like you want to do with watch. And another that we will be passing here is deep, and that will be true. So now let's console inside this function old value and new value. I can use above one only. So uncomment these two lines. And now let's go and check in browser. So in browser, let's change product one. So here you can see first, let's say I have added just space. So it says watch executed. Old, you can see value, both values you are getting. So one thing you need to note here is that when you are adding deep voucher, then your new value and old value will be same here, because they both will be pointing to the same object. So when you are adding deep, so make sure that if you don't need any old value reference, then because both will be same. So that's how you can use watcher. So I hope you like this video. If you have any doubt related to this topic, then you can comment down in the comment section. So that's all in this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.